Oh my god, it's 12:15 a.m. and I don't have a video for tomorrow for Miles Edgeworth Investigations. Guess I better do it now. I just pressed the button right after now, so on future self, when you sync that... Actually, let me move my mouse cursor here. That's Detective Bad, but who is he with? Uh-oh. Okay, we're back in the first room again. I've never seen that officer before. So, did you find it? Yes, on the last episode. That was, a bit of an information dump, and if you don't mind my saying so, probably one of the more boring episodes of the park, because all I was doing was, like, reading dialogue the whole time. So anyway, of course, it's kind of like all I do anyway. What is that, Guile? Understood, I'll continue the search. Da 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. So you're the one running the show. Prosecutors like you should get that fancy kick with the... that looks like half of a CD. How dare you? Just who do you think you are? Well? Okay. Whoever he was, I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life. Are you sure? Man, look at all those holes. Man, you're facing to the right. Does he even know that we're standing behind him right now? Jamie, behind you! I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want, kids? Well, Proton John, it looks like you were paying attention after all. Of course I was. I have eyes in the back of my head. Yeah, somebody shot out 2 holes and you can see through them. Oh, yeah, the mirror, of course. So tell me, Bad, who was that rude man just now? The guy came here from the Republic of Zangfa to study. He's Agent Lang. Oh, it was that guy? I didn't even recognize him with the uniform and stuff. Or something. I ain't got no excuse. Those sprites, you know, they kind of blur a little bit. He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling the world to study different philosophies of detainment. From scratch. By visiting various police departments around the world, he has a lot of dedication. He's still just a rookie cop. Well, apparently everybody was a rookie when this case happened, wasn't it? Oh, God. Okay. Well, we'll see about that 7 years from now. Sure has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time. You're one to talk, dude! Oh, yeah, thank you, Edgeworth. Anyway, what was that agent looking for? What else is there to look for? Earlier, that little girl was poking around in lobby number 1 as well. Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you. I highly doubt that it has nothing to do with me. It won't. Soon enough. It's like we keep making references to the future here. Alright. Yeah, I don't know how much he could really... The thing is, he's been a big part of this, though. Okay, let's just see what we can do here. So earlier, you were in lobby number 1, and now you're here in lobby number 2. Would you like to go to lobby number 3 next? Multiple returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say. I see. In that case, would you mind if I asked about what happened again, correct? I don't have anything left to say to you, boy. Boy? I can't dream, I can't sleep, I can't sleep. I'm in love again. Anyway, no. I was singing a song called The Boy by James Iha, which is on the Smashing Pumpkins 1979 single. Sorry. Would it kill you to help us in a tiny bit in our investigation? I gave Faraday's notebook to the judge earlier. Yeah, we saw that. Please, we're asking you for just a bit more of your cooperation. Don't push me, kid. Would you stop calling me that? Never mind. I'm just thankful to be young. I'd like to ask once again about what happened around here at the time of the crime. Heart of the cards, not that again. I refuse to answer. Any more investigating you do would be a waste of time. But the game's called Investigations, I have to! Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions I don't know anything about Things you don't know about. Aren't you supposed to know everything? He should. Wait, is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind that piece of evidence. Ooh. It may prove to be the key to getting some answer. Oh, boy. Okay, you want me to present the Y key, do you? Or rather, this thing. Detective Bad, did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph? Look at this graph. It's been a while since I did that one. Of course I did. It's my job to know everything related to the Yatagarasu case. In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday and this Yatagarasu's key are one and the same? What? Oh, look at his eyes, man. He ain't having it, man. Looks like you managed to cut off our only escape route. This piece of evidence, which we call the Y key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Ain't that something? Mr. Faraday was planning to use this key to prove that Mr. Rell was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct? I guess so, lollipop. Lollipop, lollipop, ooh, la. Anyway. However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was in fact a knife. Apparently nobody did. I have to admit, neither one of us knew that fact. And if neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How do we miss something as big as this? I noticed that since a little while ago you appear to be searching for something. I'm looking for the scratch on my ass. Because it just became more annoying than you a second ago. Oh. Yeah, why would you be looking for it? Uh-oh. Oh, well in that case, here... No, just kidding. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought that the key is what took Faraday's life? It disappeared from his bag after he was killed, like just now? Because I'm thinking, okay, well what if, like if we're going on the assumption that Callisto here might have done it, that she would have taken the key, then why would it have been with the evidence? It was with the evidence, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was... Wait a minute. You know what? Never mind. Let's just... Ugh. Alright. So maybe she didn't do it. It doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change. Oh, are you sure about that? Is that all? Wait. Oh. Time of the murder. Okay. Mr. Bad, I ask you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1. My answer is still the same. And my voice suddenly became very caramel. No. That's fine, because I only got one finger here. So, find the truth behind the case. That's what we're gonna do. Oh man, this is like... so much of that information dump, and this is like about a week later, so I don't know how much of that I even remember. So you were like, I know he and Faraday were working together on a lot of things. You know, okay, anyway. Let's just remember that they were friends. I mean, I'm sure that's going to be important, but... Anyway, so you were talking with you in lobby number 1. You were talking about some trivial things, like what hairspray Jim Carrey used in Ace Ventura. Heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. Like I said before, when we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. Don't you remember this? I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and we all ran into lobby number 2. Sounds like the exact same story he told us before. However, I feel we've yet to draw out all the information we can. Yeah, well, something about the... Still haven't figured out if what he heard was the gunshot or the balloon pop. That's the problem here. Okay, we were talking about some trivial things. You heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. Let me try this and see what happens here. Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary? Okay, alright. Nobody farted or anything like that? Oh, wow, I think they're actually pointing to that. You please amend your testimony. Oh, boy. Okay, alright, hang on. I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot. Well, I mean, there's really nothing suspicious about that if he didn't hear any strange sounds before the balloon pop. The fact that it was a balloon doesn't really change the first part of what he's saying here. I don't think. But wait, that's the bag. Hang on. I'm sure you're pointing the right thing here. Here, have some Pepto-Bismol, dude. We got nothing else right now. Alright, Edgeworth. Haha! Detective Bad, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything? It's the same color as my dildo. Oh, was that the one? Oh, God, that's disgusting. Okay, so you knew about that girl's balloon bust? Yeah, I gave it to her. I was sitting with her up in the gallery. During the recess, just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her. So that's why your stank breath was all in the hall. So what about the balloon? I wonder if you might remember a certain cactus that is as sharp as my finger is right now. What are you getting at? Okay, and this would actually make sense now, because this other gunshot or whatever it was that happened 20 minutes ago, there was another one, right? Or whatever the judge was saying, he heard one when he left the bathroom. But no, that was the balloon too. You know, anyway. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook. Okay. So the sound that the judge heard was not actually a gunshot, huh? Top of that, His Honor said he'd heard the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial. Okay, that's the thing I was thinking of. Which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well. So what do you got to say about that, Mr. Corndog? Excuse me. Don't give me a so. What are you, Ben Linus? Talking about those Ajira passengers that died that nobody cares about just because the audience doesn't care about them, so the characters don't care about them either. Anyway. The crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivete cracking. And since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Did you ever stop to think why the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they're soundproof, bitch. Oh. Okay. The doors and walls are super thick, and the window panes are double layered. To top it all off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material. Well, do they absorb smell as well? Is there such a thing as curtains that do that? I doubt it. Since I was shut up inside lobby number 1, I had to shut up. A balloon popping, though? That's pretty loud. Like, I don't care what kind of... I mean, I don't know, I guess. But, like, how expensive would that be to make an entire building like that? I mean, wouldn't you want people to be able to hear? Oh, well, I guess you wouldn't, though, would you? Okay, not hiccups again. If the rooms are soundproof, then of course he wouldn't hear any sign of a struggle. But Gumshoe heard a gunshot, did he not? Or are the doors just, or is it because he was just closer? Or like the doors are less thick than the walls, maybe? Now do you get it, kids? Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic. Not the other way around. The other way around. Oh, they're gonna do this now. They're gonna say, think outside the box. It's not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping if one were in lobby number 1. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, the person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either. Oh. And yet, Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was... Okay, there you go, uh-huh. If that... I was just saying that. I should have just... What do you mean, how? I just did. It would appear that you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words, baby. Contradiction, we love that word. If the rooms are soundproof as you say, then how the hell did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears? Aside from you being shot in the ears. Okay, alright, now we're getting somewhere with this man. Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it all boil down to? Kelvin? It boils down to this. There must be a reason as to how detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot they theoretically couldn't have. It looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh? The state of the crime scene. Let's examine the state of of Idaho. Okay. Wait, that's kind of sudden. We're going back to perfume now? Oh, I don't want to see Gumshoe get hurt. And way too noisy. That's right, he did say that, didn't he? Well, they probably turned it up because they didn't want it, because they didn't realize the walls were soundproof and they were trying to cover up the sound. Oh, God. Or were they, like, watching the video in the room? She was like, hey, look at this video. Look at what you did. Now I kill you because of what you did on that TV. Okay, well, let me see. Okay, so no, we can left these barred windows, the scent of flowers, and then this. Let's just try that first. Do-do-do-do-do. It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through barred windows. And yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course! Incorporeal things can move freely through these open, barred windows. That's true, I guess she didn't have to go through the windows. Maybe the smell of her perfume was just left behind. So I say loud television is probably connected to that. Oh, wait a second. Actually, pieces don't fit together quite right. Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry, Edgeworth. Now that I think about it, actually, the loud television and the open windows, should they have been able to hear the TV through the windows as well? Or they should have been able to. Then they would have said, what's going on over there? Are they watching Jeopardy again? What else besides the smell can go both in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. Sound! No matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations. And that's what turns me on about you. Your attention to detail. Anyway, okay, then, where'd the surveillance tape go and gunshot could be heard? Okay, I mean, well, it's the only 2 that are left, maybe. Somehow I don't think we're supposed to wait for 2 more to put with those. The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moment in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess, and brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible the tape is still here in the room. Oh no! Oh, man. Oh. Crap. Miles, what have we been talking about? Or, wow. Oh, wait till you hear this, Francisca. Holy crap. It's not a waste of time to think, for I figured out where we should look. And where would that be? Right here! The television! Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like. Oh, yeah. Okay, alright. I won't rest until I've infested every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let's try the VCR. It's a video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside. Oh, no. I'm not gonna sing that song again. It's one of those songs that sounds good when you listen to, but it doesn't sound good when you sing it. It looks like it. The tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end. No. See, VCRs automatically rewind the tape when they get to the end. I know that, because I have VCR experience. Detective Bad, would it be alright with you if I verified the contents of this video? Of course, they never said it didn't rewind, and, well, we wouldn't... Oh, he did say, let's rewind. Alright. If I remember correctly, I love they put in a sound for it rewinding. It's so good. It just puts you in the moment, you know? Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, there's that sound. I knew it. Knew it. The missing piece of evidence. The surveillance video was here all along. Oh, but here's the thing, though. Like, if someone was going to use the tape to make... You know, to fake people out into thinking they heard a gunshot, how does that help the killer at all? Wouldn't it help him better to not hear sound at all? Or something? I don't know. Or unless they wanted it to think people to think it was somebody else, which, you know. Okay, alright. I don't know if we figured it all out, but we have to be getting close here. To show what the gunshot detective's bad and gumshoe heard was. And through where they heard it from. Oh, well, dude, we got that. Show me what you've deduced. Okay, let's deduce it. And through whence they heard it. I won't rest until I've inspected everything. Well, that's what we're about to do. So deduce... Wait a minute. Do I deduce the VCR or the window? Can I just examine the window? It's gonna say the same thing said before, though, right? Just as with the spilled perfume in lobby number 1. If the windows were open, that piece of evidence sound would also dissipate out. Now to show what the gunshot detective's bad gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard... Okay, gotcha. Well, I think it has to be the window, then. Mm-hmm. Well, I have the tape, right? If it ever... I don't remember it adding this to... Well, the thing is that it adds so much stuff that sometimes I don't catch when it adds something. It's like, oh, I just assume I have it now. Mm-hmm. You got it. The problem is what happened in reality was... Yeah, all those people around. All 3 of them heard the gunshot. Man. But then why would the criminal open the window in the first place? Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, I know, if you're gonna use a real gun, that's the same effect, right? Uh-oh. I demand satisfaction. To give it about 5 or 10 more years. Very well. I believe the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. When the murder happened? Yeah. Boom. The killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes. And they used the gunshot and surveillance video to do so. Bango. Well, when did they really kill him, then? Oh. So that's why the tape was left running. You mean the gunshot I heard was from this video? Yup. You're just now figuring that out. Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. It could have been much earlier, there was only so much time for recess. Yeah, but... Or, well... Oh, man. Ooh, investigation complete, baby. Let's get that life back that we were missing there. Man, I can't believe this. Oh, God. What is... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, what is it? Miss Yu is asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says that she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something. It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something. Okay. Oh, that thing about not having an alibi for the time before the recess is bad, because she wasn't in lobby number 1. Nobody knows where she was at that time. Right? I don't think so. Oh my god, to be continued. Oh, if I just stopped them. How many times have I said that, though? Okay. God, these jingles, man. It's like heaven. If you could take that feeling when you're listening to that jingle and just spread it across 5 solid minutes. I mean, not to sit there and play it over and over again, because then you would get desensitized to it, which is really too bad. It's one thing I'm looking forward to in the afterlife, is never being desensitized to anything. This music freaks me out. It sounds like it's coming from inside of a Coke can or something. Just, you know, like that sound that you hear in the song, that song about, like, what is that song called? The Cardigans? Anyway, Kate, what are you doing here? Well, hello, mister. Still investigating. But the object you're looking for is already... Uh-oh. Kate, don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation. Wow, this is such the most unlikely pairing ever. He's trying to keep her out of the room. Detective Bat, haven't we already found what you were looking for? No, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. It means I can keep her in the dark a little longer. Oh, jeez. So, well, likewise. You're not gonna be the judge, are you? I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth. Is this really happening right now? I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. Laugh. The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. Wasn't that when we placed Gumshoe under arrest? I think we more than solved this case already, pwook. Don't you? We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Oh, I see. We even have a viewer in the gallery. And why, even Mr. Bad is here. A viewer in the gallery. I'm hardly just a bystander. Oh. I have a duty to see this case through to the end. No matter how it turns out. Oh, is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. I also confirmed there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe. That's all you have? Yeah, really, I was about to say. Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion in this case. Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for a rebuttal. And we are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think? Dude, I'm not the one doing the testimony, you're doing the testimony. If my logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is prove it by showing who the real killer is. Oh, crap. This is not good. Alright, give it to me. Everyone saying that the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? I also confirmed that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion. That Detective Gumshoe... Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth. Oh, you're gonna get a good rebuttal, trust me. With emphasis on the but. There's no need to confront her logic head-on. I was gonna do it, and I stumbled. I should instead focus on drawing out any trump cards she has up her sleeve. We're not doing that either. Rebuttal. Alright, let's start from the beginning here. The suspect. But I thought the Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven. Oh, not a yawn, please. Not right now. I know it's late. I assure you this is no joke. Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's little daughter eating a Swiss cake roll. Ding! Yes, that's correct. But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is, there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the snacking. The feasting. Okay. Basically. Yeah, you tell her, Edgeworth. Oh my gosh. Man. Scrunched eyebrows and lines on your forehead are back. Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive, the crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway. Oh, gosh. But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window and into the garden? She's gonna be like, nope, bars! Ah, nothing like a drink. Isn't that right, Mr. Bad? Yup. Well, is this the first time we've seen these two side by side? I'm not sure. There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. Yeah, that would have helped if there'd been some there. I don't know. Also confirmed there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which basically there isn't. Well, that's the thing. There has to be, though. Somebody did something in there. Unless, well, no, they didn't kill each other. We already ruled that out. Unless there's like a hole in the ceiling, maybe, or something. Yeah, I know. Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future. Ow. Dude! You can't do that to me! Which leaves us with one unshakable... do we even need to do this one? I mean... It's just gonna be more of a blah 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 blah. I guess we might as well. You may think it's unshakable, but to me there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand? You're the only one still wondering that. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you know which hand they write with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing. No, you don't. Well, too bad. I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. What? Suppose we've really reached the end now. I already have my card ready. It remains us to play it. Oh, sure. I'll play the 5 of diamonds. Here we go. I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect? However, I don't recall either Franziska or myself speaking with you about the subject. You. Oh, but there were witnesses. For you, there is your mentor who gave you an alibi. As for the little Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess. And was stopped by a security guard at the door to the hallway. She's like, you better believe I did it. Oh, damn. Yep. Edgeworth's just like, whatever, let her have her fun. Yeah, well, by the way, you, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty? What about them? Have you looked into what people were doing during that span of time? What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into lobby number 2. From the time we heard the gunshot, to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived on the scene as we dashed from lobby number 1. The only person who could have committed it was him. Yeah, you keep saying that, man. Yeah, but let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard that gunshot, shall we? Here we go. Oh yeah, what then? Don't act so surprised, Your Highness. That gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate... Oh crap! Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. Yeah, and your technique is lacking now. You're gonna start cutting me off in the middle of my sentences like that. Okay, the gunshot we heard in lobby number 1. Well, you see, I just happen to have this tape here. That tape! Hello, this is Timothy Bishop. January 27th. Anyway, this is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell the prosecution presented in today's trial. This was found loaded into the video player in lobby number 2. You dummy. Should have taken it with you. Ah, but I do. Which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone thought they heard the gunshot. Uh-oh. See, now he's on my side, dude. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned on the television's volume, and just left it to play there. I've had dreams about that, like where my tapes were playing out loud, just in school or somewhere. It opens up the possibility that it's... Ooh, yeah, it does. Just point. I don't even have to say anything, just point. Sounds from a television don't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor and Little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right? Yeah, we knew. But you know what? We don't care. Yeah, really. That's right, and if the rooms were soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yeah, we heard the gunshot clear as day. And maybe you just felt the vibration, you know. That's it, end of story. You're not going to be putting on makeup for much longer, I can tell you that. How should I explain why she was able to hear a gunshot from a soundproof room? The door was open, the window was open, there was a hole in the wall. Wow, dude. Well, the window? That's the first thought. There's actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. And it is that despite the fact both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each. That's right. That's right. Now we know the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also open. Why would that be, Mr. Man? It's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the time. Tell him, Edgeworth. It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh crap. You're cornered now. Oh my god. We're doing this. The real killer in this double murder is... No. I'm also going to try it just to see what happens, but... Well, who is this? Oh, it's Yatagarasu, yeah. Okay. Well... Man, who is this crazy ass? Oh, that was Manny, of course. He definitely looks older than 24. Not that I can speak. Alright, I am sorry, baby. I got nothing else. Oh, man. Oh, Edgeworth. Oh. You are... Yeah, even bad is like, what the frick? You indict me? You gonna laugh now? Why do you think she is the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet. But of course I'm serious. Think I'll just do this? She's the only one who could have done it. Well, do you still feel like laughing now? Of course I do, Edgeworth. She's not gonna do it, though. My argument must not be tight enough yet. Although I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. Go for it. Let me see your butt. What do you got, butt? What kind of butt you have? Alright. Well. Yeah, this is, this looks like another one of those we're gonna need to press and just hope she slips or something. Because there wasn't much to work with there. Well, let's look at it again. You argue that the window was open, however, do you have proof that it was I who did that? Actually, you know what? Dude, I totally do. Where is it? Boom. Suck on it. I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss You? Yeah, you tried to get rid of it, didn't you? Edgeworth, I never knew you were into wearing that kind of... Dude, I ain't wearing perfume, man! Get off my case! It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys. That's a weird word to put in all caps. I'd. This isn't mine! That's right, it's mine. And I received it from Detective Bad, you see. It's very sexy. Miss You can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much for sure. That this bottle of perfume was given to Detective Bad by you. By you. You as in you. Because it gets really strong really fast. So what about the perfume? Well, it's only this. Yeah, that. Oh, I'm afraid he's right. How do you like my suspenders, by the way? I know. You also knew that if you spilled it, he would naturally move to open a window. Ah. Come now, I've already told you that's all just a big coinky-dink. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window. Oh boy. She's good. The timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. And the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear that shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Dang, Edgeworth with the point, baby. Did she just, like, smear her lipstick there? She, like, wrote a whole line across her cheek. You accuse me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I could not have killed Mr. Faraday. She's gonna bring up the knife now, isn't she? She thinks I don't know about it. She must be the Yatagarasu, too. This is the only thing that makes any sense. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top, but I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Well, I won't fault you for saying that. In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that used to kill him came from. Oh, but wait. Just you wait. Yeah, flawless in a sense. Okay. Rebuttal. Why it couldn't be me. That's the last, you know, the last refuge of someone who's all out of ideas. Accusing someone of murder over a spill about perfume. Or I suppose forgery of evidence. Oh boy. I think I might have to press some of these. I'm interested in what they would say. Simply could not have been me. Well, there's your statement right there. After all, I don't even know where the... Or that one, actually. It's probably more. Well, let's press first, and then we'll look at the evidence. But I think I know what we got here, what we need to do. I think I already explained the significance of that earlier. You only confirmed that I spilled some perfume. But that's all. That you would accuse me of murder based on a simple spill. Don't you dare complain when I sue you for defamation of character. Yeah, from your jail cell? Oh my god. Nasty woman. You believe... oh my god, did I seriously just see that? I retract that statement. I believe that you are the true culprit in this case. Which I have said a million times already, but... just once more, for good measure, you know? Because it feels good to say it. Ah, let's hear this one. This is gonna be good. I formally request that you desist in your attack against my mentor. Yes, or we'll sue you for defamation. All I'm doing is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire. How dare you? Say such a thing. We're finishing each other's sentences. Oh my god. I want to say I ship it, but he goes with Luca Jin, so too bad. Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you. Don't just leave her out of this. Shall I continue? Continue. In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. And why exactly could you not have killed him? I was just about to testify to that. But you had to stop me. Oh, no, I'm nuts. I wasn't thinking about that at all, I can promise you that. I mean, I don't know, I kind of like your getup, but... And I love the colors and all. Oh, what? Wow. Tomfoolery. I love that word. And Miles, if you're going to lose your cool, then I won't show you any mercy. I am not asking for it. Please continue. Sure. As I was saying, I couldn't have possibly killed Mr. Faraday. Alright, well. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. Let's see. Weapon used to kill Faraday has secret ability to change into the key the Yatagarasu sent. Doesn't say anything about who knows about it, though. Does it matter, though? Might as well. This piece of evidence stands in contradiction to your statement just now. There's no contradiction here. Oh god, what? Oh boy. She took the wind out of my sails with a single sentence. Ooh. I must keep my composure, I can't allow her. Is the key like a separate piece of evidence? Let's just look real quick. Oh, it is. Well, if the knife didn't work, I'm not sure that the key would work either. Because what would that even have to do? Well... Okay, before we do anything else, let me just press this last one here. Or just see what she says. Oh, wait a second. At this rate, she will inevitably escape. But if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, then she must have known about the existence of the knife. Yeah. I'm sorry, Miss Yu, but maybe you weren't aware of this. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Ah. Well, that's why the judge had it. He was just gotten it back. Or something. I'm drawing the truth out of her. That's what I'm doing. I'm very experienced at drawing things out of girls, women. No, you don't. You better be glad they didn't, too. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use. So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, okay? The only evidence he had yet to present was the key. Okay, they wanted to just get to this in the dialogue, I think is what they wanted to do. I think I was right. Either that or I was supposed to present the key there, but... Come, I'll be honest. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. There must be some misunderstanding. Woo! Sure, why not? You can say it as many times as you'd like. No, I'm not going to say it 100 times. Oh. Oh, God. There we go. He turns in a knife, present. Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo. You're just pretending not to know, aren't you? Or maybe not. I mean, I don't know. Well, the thing is, she would have had to know to kill him, right? Unless she's not the killer. Oh man, her stomach has got to be just turning and lurching right now. Yes? Well, with the Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely a smear. Do you understand now? Just knowing of the existence of the Yatagarasu... Is this it? I'm just waiting. I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away. You could be lying for all I know. You would even now still feign that. I'm not feigning anything. But we can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma. I've heard some very interesting rumors about him. Oh, are you mocking my papa? My papas fritas? Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real, and I need a drink of water. Yup. Oh man. She's doing it faster now. She's really anxious to sway the vote here. Ooh, boy. Ugh. Oh no. Oh, that's convenient. Oh my gosh. What you're saying is simply not possible. Well, why not? Oh, it is though. Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. Oh, that's true though. That is true. Oh, I forgot about that. For within these pages. Well, the thing is, just because he didn't mention it doesn't mean he didn't know about it. Objection. She's got a funky objection sound. Yeah, there are some things you say for only your tapes, you know? Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication? Don't say the O word around me. Unfortunately, that is also impossible. Because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. Ooh-wee. What would have been highly classified information, even within the police force? And it's something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? That's a good point. Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? She probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. That's actually what I was thinking. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with. Damn, Edgeworth giving Francisco the nod. I'd like to state that I also know how you knew the real nature of the knife. Oh, here it comes. Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me? Oh, I will. And I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. If you don't mind, I might also wipe this. Oh, man! This is it, the moment of truth. The secret behind the Y key. Only one person would have had knowledge of it from the get-go. There's only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key. And that is the person who sent the Y key to the police. Yeah. That is to say, the Yatagarasu herself. Oh, dude. Dude. Oh my gosh. She's not gonna tell you. What is this? Oh. Man. Yeah. Oh, she's done. Oh my god. Who would have thought that you... a stupid rookie prosecutor would see through me. You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill. It's giving me gas. I mean, it's greater than when I sneak into someplace. You killed Faraday. Here's a lollipop. Thank you for doing that. Because I was secretly enemies with him too. Duh! No. Callisto Yu, huh? That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yatagarasu. Bring it. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. I can kick your ass. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity. Which is why I had to erase him from the world of Lao. I made Rel an offer, an acquittal in favor for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatagarasu in court. Once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. That Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined. Oh. Man. Do I really? Ugh. Oh my gosh. Have you forgotten about the KG8 incident too? No, not at all. That was like the whole reason. Well, wait a minute. If that's not a real name, maybe that wasn't her sister either? What sort of woman would... So then was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent? Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated he was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yatagarasu by using this key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him. Ah. I don't know, man. Casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. And in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. Oh. And here it goes. Like Lana Sky all over again. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she did. Well, now that he was a witness, she did. Yep. Oh, man. Oh my god. Jeez. He was not her client. She was only with him to get information. Wait, what? Oh, crap. Oh my god. Jeez. Should have figured as much, though. It's so weird, because, like, for some reason, I don't remember even which case it was, but there was a part of me that thought, what if the smuggling ring and Yatagarasu were connected somehow? Well, she is now. I don't know about... That's right, little girl. The Yatagarasu is just another killer. You know what's crazy about this, too? I might have to explain that later, because we're in the middle of a pretty intense scene here, but... At first, and this is also another thing that I can't remember when I thought it, but for some reason I thought Kay was gonna end up being the Yatagarasu. When they first mentioned it, and then they brought her into the story, I thought, okay, it's her, you know, and then we're gonna find that out later. And then when this case started, and her father, the lawyer, got accused of being the Yatagarasu, I thought he actually was it. And then when he got killed, she just took over where he left off and became the Yatagarasu herself. I don't know how all that spun about in my head, because obviously at this point in time, the Yatagarasu had been around for a long time because they had been investigating him or her, I guess. So that's where my theory started to fall apart. Wait a minute, 3 legs, huh? I'm glad I stopped the dialogue before I skipped that. Let me tell you. It means that Yatagarasu has a dick, you know? The 3rd leg, you know? Whoa! She didn't just shoot me. Oh god. Wait a minute, she shot... It looks like Von Karma's got some red pixels on her. Or is that her whip? Oh, did he really get shot? Was I right? Now Kay's gonna come with the thing and put it on him? Oh boy. Oh my gosh. You may regret what comes of your negligence. Okay, out of here. You two, get down. Oh no. My body, I can't move. Hey mister, to your right. Oh jeez. Oh man. Are you alright, Franziska? I'm perfectly fine, Miles. Her voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Does she, like, get away here, maybe? And then, like, come back in case 5? Wouldn't that be weird? Oh, look at these 2 jackasses. Well, okay, she didn't shoot him, apparently. Sorry, but it looks like she got away. Damn it! I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bat, are you alright? I heard a gunshot. I'm okay. Just popped a balloon. Oh! Just got another hole in my jacket. Great. He may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken. Oh, I'm fine. I still got my lollipop here. Hey, wait, he actually called me Mr. Edgeworth. Cool. I think Edgeworth got shot. I'm also alright. He didn't? Okay. Well, she did tell me to duck, and I got away, but that was like the second... Like, she shot before that, though. Anyway, or, well, maybe it was just a sound effect in the game. And she didn't really shoot the first time. Anyway. Wait, Kay disappeared? I'm gonna look for her. Oh, and, hey, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir. You done good. I'm sorry I doubted you. Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Scratch, scratch. Well, I lied to you guys, too, after all. I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. Well, I was trying to do a slurping sound, but in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective. Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay? Oh, this makes me sad, because he's so broken when you meet him later. But he's still going, you know, he's still there. But, oh, something like that, you know, it breaks you down. Pops, watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we? Oh, yeah, really. Oh, lordy. I should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. I'm right here, buddy. Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday in the future. Or in the past. Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find out the truth behind everything. It's so weird, it almost feels like it happened too fast, but man, it's going for about an hour now. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. Aw, Judge, what's up? Jeez, doesn't that guy ever have hair? I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony. Dude, you did not lie. You're fine. It was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor. Well, even if we didn't have His Honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf. Yeah. I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. Well, so long as you're not fired, you should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well. And maybe I won't cut your salary too much. She did? She left a present? Did she leave him a Swiss cake roll? Oh my god, let me see. Well, she didn't leave him a bonus check, I'm sure. She totally left him a Swiss cake roll, didn't she? How many Swiss cake rolls were in this package? It's been passed around like 4 times now. It's a courthouse special Swiss roll. Can I really have it? Yes. It's a present meant for you after all. Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now. You do that, Gumshoe. Even Edgeworth's like, okay, go ahead. The Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and K.O. When I first read that sentence, I thought he was calling Detective Gumshoe the Swiss roll Detective Gumshoe. Anyway. Oh, this is so cute. In the one case, they have never reached her father. It would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective. He's so happy. It's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own. Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. Whoop! That was good, pal. I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. Ha ha ha! I ain't stepping on the scale for 2 weeks, pal. I gotta thank Kay myself. Anyway, where is she? Oh, she's long gone. You know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? What? I'm gonna stick by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Edgeworth's ever so dismissive. I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement. That ominous. Did I say it right the first time? I don't know. We should go home 2 miles. We have to hurry and report what has happened to Papa. Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective. Roger, sir, and don't you worry. I'll investigate the next case we're on real well. I'll be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Oh, this is so good. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at a court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I've tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. But I suppose that's just how things are. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now... Find out next time. I'm just kidding. I suppose it's still possible. Well, I was saying like her taking over as the Yatagarasu, but I don't know if you would want to be that, considering what the Yatagarasu turned out to be. It's been a while. You sure grew up a lot. Oh my gosh. Of course, but thank goodness, I thought you two had totally forgotten about me. You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time? Golly, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much. Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're alright. So does it all make sense now? It sure does now. Well, yeah. You know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently. Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay. Okay, I was gonna say, this didn't happen in case 3, right? Because for a second I remembered it, but then I stopped remembering it. When it got to a certain point in the conversation, I'm like, wait, okay, I didn't hear this part before. First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself... Oh, crap. Wait, did she say that? Oh, now I feel even stupider because I was sitting there saying that I was stupid for thinking that, but... Wait a second. Are you sure? Oh boy. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure. But that's not true. That's impossible! Search your feelings, you know to be true. It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now. Alright then, how do you explain this? It's a way of disarming any security system that the user is choosing. Yep, that's a little thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father. Wow, Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor. He was really a great thief, huh? What is... Oh! But he was killed, and the Yatagarasu was no more. Oh. You could see it in her face there just for a second, you know? Despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently. You? Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article. Okay. Oh. Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card. Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. Oh no, that's right. Yeah. Oh, man. So you're saying I have your father's and misuse identities backwards? Oh, jeez. You're so honorable. So honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even if you are honorable, the thief is a thief. And if you're plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Ooh. Well... You guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now? Me. Oh, no. What I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of that evil woman. Evil woman. Man, well, they certainly brought this all together in a hurry, didn't they? I do believe I owe you. Owe me for what? That's right, she did. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I'm not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid. Then you mean? Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you. Mr. Edgeworth, thank you! Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Isn't it great, hey? Yeah, sure is, Gummy. Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. Oh, lordy. Boy, it's like that moment in Final Fantasy VI when you find the airship in the world of ruin and everybody gets together and they play the song. It's like, oh. Oh. The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu. And the real goal of it. Him, her. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. But that is another story. Anyway, it's about to sing a never-ending story there. Turnabout ablaze. Well, save the game. I suppose we'll go ahead and get our little preview here, although this video's gotten painfully long already. I want to see, though. I need to see. Oh, man. Alright, here goes nothing. Man, nice silhouette there. It only works if you put the two screens on top of each other. Maybe I can do that in post or something. So, yeah, right. It's like 2 in the morning. 2 cards. One of the Black Raven. And one of the White Raven. A country torn in two. One to the west, and one to the east. Maria sings of her long-lost love, Draco, when those which were split are made whole again. And the walls come tumbling down. Uh-oh. He's gonna burn something up. Wow, look at this. Oh my god. Oh! 8 hours earlier. Oh god. What happened? Ah, sipping tea. That's crazy, man. That was the best intro yet, man. That was ever. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm excited now. Okay, guys. Next time on Edgeworth Investigations, we begin the 5th and final case of the game. Oh, my God. What was that? Oh! See you guys later.